Okay, guys, so I'm really sorry about that. Looks like I had some real technical problems just trying to get back to where we were. So let's get back to TradingView. Right, going to go to our silver trade, which we added earlier today. Okie doke. Let's just get this up here. Okie doke. So here is silver. Let's go to the 4 hours and get this charted up like I showed the other day. So it looks to me like we've got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and now we're working on a correction to the downside. So let's just chart this up for you. So something like this. Okay, seems to be quite clear. We've got a nice triangle here, which is characteristic of a wave 4, which is just a nice bit of confirmation. Silver's been really, bullish last couple of days, and we are definitely due a correction of quite a large amount now. So here we are. We've got the divergence here as well. Not so much on the between wave 3 and 5, but there is divergence here, and we are going to be now expecting to see some significant downside, at least at the bottom of wave 4. So just to rehearse some Elliott wave theory for you, when we have a 5-wave move here, we expect to see at least a 3-way bounce down to the bottom of wave 4. This is why we put the trade out this morning, which was a sell limit. So let's just get in here on this. So yesterday we saw a sell-off. Here we broke the low. Okay, so you can see we just pipped this low, which means tells me that price is going lower. Here, turn this around. And then let's just go into it. I want to actually label this for you guys. So we've got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, quite clear to me. So we've got a small 5-wave move down, and this looks like a running flat correction to the upside. Okay, and we can see price topped out here. Okay, so now we're expecting to see a sell-off going into this afternoon and into next week. We're looking to, let's see, so let's put this up. Okay, so this is wave 1, wave 2 of the large degree, and we should now be making wave 3 to the downside. Now, wave 3 should be very quick. We should see it fall away very nicely for us today, hopefully. A break of 18,032 will confirm the trend to the downside. So we're looking to see more downside here, and we're looking to break 1809. Now, in terms of our take profit, as I said, it's going to be 16,501. And hopefully, not a problem with the screen again, have we? Guys, can you just let me know if you can see the screen? Just let me know. If you could just let me know, guys, that you can see my screen and hear me, that would be much appreciated. Can everybody see my screen? Can everybody see my screen? Let's see if we can see this. Yes. Okay, so you can see it. Okay. Thanks, Luca. Just on my system, it's saying that no one can see it. Okay, let's get back into this then. So here's silver. So we're looking for more downside. We're looking for a break of 18.032. That will confirm the trend at least to the bottom of wave 4, which is 1650. From here, okay, from here, because silver is ultimately bullish, we can buy the bounce back and take it to the next level. So if we're calling this a wave 1, this is wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, it depends here, guys, because this is the start of a new cycle. Typically, a wave 2 will be a deep retracement. We're looking at 61.8 of this whole cycle here. So, yeah, there's the potential that we could come quite deep to 15,866. However, we are in a really strong bullish phase here, and if the cycle is very, very strong and there's a lot of buyers, it's a very strong bullish sentiment, we can have what's called a very shallow retracement, which can come as weak or as shallow as 50%. Now that would actually take us to the support level and corresponds with the bottom of wave 4. Okay, so we know that price will probably come down here. Whether or not we actually get that full retracement at the 61.8, we don't know. But this will take at least a week to come to fruition, guys. Okay, but I like taking it down here and buying the bounce back up to wave 3. So this could actually be quite nice weekly trade in terms of where this is going long term. As a long-term trade, we can use a Fibonacci extension here. So let's assume that we haven't got the wave 2, so it's hard for us to actually make a concrete prediction here, guys. But we can certainly have a look. So we can go to the bottom of 1. And we're looking to the 1.618. Typically a wave 3, which is the longest wave, will go between the 1.618 and a 2.618. This will take us at 22. So really nice opportunity here, guys, to go long on the bounce of 2. This obviously corresponds with where gold is at the moment. I'm going to be looking at gold in more detail for you guys, but silver and gold are following each other quite nicely. Okay, let's just monitor that as we go, but we should be nice for that as we go into next week. Okay, let's look at gold. This is what I've been toying around with this morning, guys. I'm looking at some harmonic patterns here. But let's just do this. Let's just chart it out. Gold is very similar to silver. So let's start from the daily. You can see we are. Let's get the RSI up. You can see we are looking pretty. We've come back on the RSI. There's still room to go up. There's still more space here for buyers, but I don't like buying it. I'd rather wait for the retracement. Now there's a couple of counts on gold. This could be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we could potentially be in the midst still of a wave 3. Or this could actually be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'll just do both counts just to let you know. We'll start with the particularly bullish count. We've got a 1, 2. Let's just move this here. Sorry, guys. Okay, so the real bullish count is this, where we have big long first wave, wave 2, and this is our extended third wave. Now, if this is the case, we are actually going to be going higher in gold. And let's just go to the subdivisions of it. So we've got 2, 3, 4, 5. Guys, if you've got any questions, please do ask away. So this is 3, 4, and 5. So this is one scenario, and you can see that we've topped out at wave 5 of 3. Now this still calls for a small correction to the bottom of wave 4. So we'll actually be making wave 4 in a zigzag. So you'd have something like this. And then we'd actually be making another leg higher before this sequence is complete. Now, if this is the correct count, we'd find that wave 5 will be the same length as wave 1, because Elliott wave theory says that wave 1 and wave 5 are of similar lengths. So it will be something like this, or a wave 5 will be, let's have a look. Around about the 0.786, which is actually exactly where we are anyway. So there are a couple of things that could be happening in gold. I'm not sure at the moment. I still think you can see actually we are selling off nicely here. But I guess the question is, it's the degree of the sell-off. Are we going to be... I think I'd rather stay on the side of buying gold at the moment, because the count is so... Okay, so we've got another trading range here. We've got a trading range here. I like to do this, guys. I like to put boxes. So we're going to call this value. This is our area of value. And there's a strong chance that at least we will come to the bottom of value here. Okay, so we're looking actually price here. It's breached this area of resistance. So we've got support become resistance now. We know that because we've got a lovely little wick here, a rejection wick. So chances are we are going to be moving down to the downside and testing the 1489, which could be... Just look at this in a bit more depth here. There's actually the potential here to go short on this pair. I'd like to see a break, however. I'd like to see a break of this low here. That would just qualify for me that we are in a downtrend. We've got another lower low, and we've got a higher low here. So let's actually just wait here. If we do get a break of this area, that might suggest that actually we're going to be coming down, testing this bottom of value. Now, where we go from there, it all depends really. Like I said, this could just be... Let's go to the 4 hour. Yeah, let's see what happens here. I mean, this obviously won't be done today. Going into next week, I imagine this will be complete. But ideally, I think everyone wants to be buying gold in the next couple of weeks. This is just a correction here, but this is a nice way of trading here, guys. We can find the range, and when price goes back into a range, we know that it wants to find an area of value, and clearly here is a strong area of support here, and we know we've rejected here. Okay, any questions about gold, guys? Any questions at all? Any questions? Just trying to find questions. Where are my questions? Give me a second, guys. Let me find where they are. I can find. Where are my questions? Can't find the questions here. Okay, I'm just going to move on to the next pair, which is pound. Okay, here's pound, looking particularly messy. Now, I wouldn't suggest anybody goes near the pound at the moment because it's such a binary instrument. It is very, very difficult to get the correct count on this one. And especially you find with the pound that it becomes more influenced through fundamentals, news events. It seems to just lose itself and just wildly go a bit bandy, which makes it very difficult to really get a grasp on where it's going. I mean, ultimately on the weekly, I see this going down lower, especially we've got talks. I mean, I'm actually looking more towards fundamentals. When I'm even looking at the pound to chart it up now, I look towards what the news is saying, what Boris is saying. Oh, sorry, Luca. Yeah, sorry, let's just go back to gold quickly. Sorry, buddy. Right. Yes, gold. Right. When would you put a trade on gold and at what entries? So, Luca, we are looking to break this low here. It needs to break 1521, okay, because this would now be another lower low here. Our stops will be above this high test bar, okay, and it's a nice stop because we know price has rejected this with a long wick. So if we were going to do this as a short, and I may take this on myself, so stop loss above our high test bar, which is 1533. And our take profit will be the bottom of value. Now, I'm just going to move the take profit here, just here, because there's a better chance that we are going to hit this area. We've only hit it 1, 2, 3, 4 times, okay? But on this bottom, this area of value, you can see that this is clearly an area where price gravitates to. In terms of risk to reward, let's have a look. So yeah, it's just within the parameters here of an acceptable trade at 1 to 5. Okay, so it's just above. Really, we're looking for 2 to 1, Luca. But this is good. There is a strong chance that we are going to hit the bottom of value, seeing as we have breached this area, and you can see we have had a nice retest bar. Let's see what happens here, though. Really important that we do break this low here, okay, and then we can look to find this low here. As soon as you go 30 or 40 pips clear, Luca, I would move stops to entries. or you can put on a trailing stop here. Okay, so hopefully that has answered your question, but this hopefully will make its mind up in the next hour or so. And you can see actually we are in another tiny little area of value here, and this is why price is oscillating. Okay, here, so we've got 3 areas of value. All right, so let's just see what happens with that as we go in to the Americans coming online. Okay, going back to pound USD. As I said, really difficult one to call at the moment, and I wouldn't suggest anyone goes into this because it's so volatile. You know, broadly speaking, personally, I like this as a 1, 2, 3 ABC down. I can just see it just looks nicer as a ABC. Here, and don't forget, if we get a nice 3-wave move, leg C and A are of the same length, and I can find that length by using my Fibonacci extension, the top of the trend to the bottom of A to the top of B, and this would be my target area, and I've always been saying it, what's that, 113. Let's just go into this in a bit more detail here. Now, potentially this could be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Something like this, because this is, we always have a leg C and A are made of 5 waves. And it actually fits quite nicely because if we look at a wave between wave A and B, this looks like a 3-wave move, doesn't it? I'm confident to say that it's quite nice here. Let's just label that as such. Okay. It's actually a bit of a double correction here, but I'm not going to get too carried away with, too bogged down with that. Looking here. Let's have a look here. Potentially 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, when you're using any wave, guys, you do need to exercise some degree of flexibility because the theory originally was devised over 100 years ago. So we need to be mindful that markets change and theories have to be adapted to suit the changing market conditions. And Forex is very, very different to even how Forex was 10 years ago. So we do need to bear in mind that Elliott wave theory does need to be, we need to exercise flexibility always. So this is quite nice here. Now let's just see here. Clearly we've got an area of resistance here and a 3-wave move. Now when we're looking at a wave 4, guys, it's very, very rare that we have just a simple zigzag. Okay, it's very, very, very rare that a wave 4 will just do this and then move down. I've never really seen it. We typically find a complex correction, such as a flat correction. So we might find that price will box itself into a zone like this. And then actually we have A, B, C, and then our C leg resumes the trend down. So always be mindful, a wave 4 will be complex. Many, many, many times it will be a complex correction. So I'm expecting it to maybe bounce here, bottom of value, top of value, down we go towards wave C. Now, there's so much uncertainty with the Brexit talks that I wouldn't be surprised if we do actually end up just moving much, much lower here. So, right, any questions, guys, about the pound? Not that I suggest you take it, because it just can do anything. Just be very, very, if you are taking the pound, guys, just be very, very careful. Okay, does anyone have any pairs they are interested in, or is there anything at all? Okay, guys, so hopefully that has given you some idea of where the markets are going into next week. I'll be bringing out another report just to follow up kind of today's session. I mean, the markets haven't really moved very much, so it's, we're not seeing a lot of movement. But like I said in the chat, Enigma Newbie, we are actually expecting a lot more liquidity coming into next week. We should see some more trends develop, and we should be able to get into some nice stuff. So fingers crossed, guys, we can get there. But gold's looking okay. Silver should come good for us. And I will see everybody on Tuesday at 12:30 till 1:15. I'll try and put the 2 videos up in the group. So if you do want to look over what I've said and discussed, then you can do. Okay, guys, hope you have a fantastic weekend, whatever you're doing. And I will catch you on Sunday night for the report, and the next webinar is on Tuesday. Cheers, guys. Bye.